Something truly remarkable has happened today. And if you've been holding on to your Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong for years, you'll want to hear every word of this. August 10th, 2025 will be remembered as a day that didn't just make headlines, made history. This isn't another rumor floating around online or a whisper in a currency forum. This is real, happening on the ground, and being confirmed by actual people walking into actual bank branches. Chase Bank, one of the biggest names in U.S. banking, has opened its doors to IQD and VND holders in a way we have never seen before. For the first time, customers are being welcomed, spoken to with respect, and guided through what appears to be the early steps of the revaluation process. That's right, after years of being told we don't deal with that currency, something has shifted. This is no longer theory. It's happening in real time, for years. IQD and VND holders have faced the same frustrating scenario, walking into a bank branch with hope, only to leave disappointed. Tellers would politely, or sometimes bluntly, say they couldn't help. Managers would shrug and suggest trying somewhere else. And yet people kept holding on, believing that one day, value of these currencies would rise and the banking doors would open. Well, August 10th seems to be that long-awaited crack in the door. People across the country are reporting that Chase Bank staff in certain locations are now meeting them not with confusion, but with preparation. Customers are being seated, documents are being reviewed, and systems are being checked calmly and professionally. This, not the chaos of a last-minute surprise. This feels organized, structured, and planned. If you've been waiting for a sign that the process is moving forward, this is it. Multiple reports from different cities confirm that some Chase branches had scheduled appointments in advance for today. These weren't random walk-ins, hoping for good news. These were people who had already spoken to their local branch earlier in the week, booked a specific time, and were told to come prepared. When they arrived, they found bank employees who knew exactly what to do. No awkward pauses. No, let me check with my manager. Instead, they were guided through a process that looked like it had been rehearsed. Even more intriguing, customers say the internal bank screens are showing new live rates for both the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong. For IQD, numbers between $3 and $4.10 have been spotted. For VND, rates from 45 cents to $1.05 have appeared. These aren't placeholders, they are far beyond the old values we've seen for years. Now, before anyone rushes to their nearest branch expecting to cash in immediately, something important to understand: not every Chase Bank location is participating yet. This is clearly a phased rollout. Some branches may be part of an initial test group, possibly in larger cities or key areas. Others may follow in the coming days or weeks. That's often how major banking procedures start: small, controlled, and closely monitored before they expand. Still, for those lucky enough to have appointments today, the experience has been eye-opening. For the first time, they were met with acknowledgement, not dismissal. The moment you see your currency rate change on a bank screen and hear a teller confirm it's real, it changes everything. It transforms hope into reality. Let's take a moment to talk about why this matters so much. For years, the revaluation (RV) of the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong has been a topic of heated debate. People have invested their time, money, and trust into these currencies, believing that one day, political and economic changes would push their values up dramatically. There have been smaller reevaluations before, like when Iraq adjusted the dinar from 1,190 to the dollar, later devalued to 1,450, and then revalued again to 1,320. But what's being talked about today is on a completely different scale. This isn't just a modest adjustment. This could be the beginning of a move toward the kind of historic rates Iraq had before war and sanctions, over $3.20 to $1. That's the difference between a revaluation and a reinstatement. A revaluation, or RV, is simply a change in a currency's value up or down based on market conditions, inflation, or government decisions. Iraq has done that several times in recent history, but a reinstatement or a is much bigger. That's when a country restores its currency to the full value it once had before major economic disruptions. For Iraq, that means going back to its international rate before 2003, when the dinar was worth more than $3 to the US dollar. If that's the direction things are heading, then what we are seeing today at Chase could be the very first visible step toward that goal. This is why people are so excited, because reinstatement changes lives, not just numbers on a screen. So, what should you do if you hold IQD or VND right now? First and foremost, stay calm. Don't rush to your branch without knowing if they are participating yet. Call ahead. Ask politely if they are handling exotic currency exchanges and whether you'll need an appointment. Be prepared that some locations may say no, or may only serve existing customers. Business accounts or high-value clients first. This is standard in phased rollouts. If you do get an appointment, bring your currency in good condition along with government-issued ID and, if possible, your purchase receipts. These small steps can make the process smoother when your turn comes. If you are one of the lucky people who gets to exchange at these new rates, remember that large sums of money come with new responsibilities. This is not financial advice, but it is common sense. Plan before you spend. Think long term. Consider speaking to a qualified tax professional to understand how this could impact your obligations. Even if you feel like celebrating the smartest move is to first secure your future. Avoid the temptation to spend recklessly or make emotional decisions. This could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and with wise planning, it can change your family's future for generations. Interestingly, there are signs that Chase Bank may not be alone for long. Some industry insiders suggest that Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and even certain credit unions are monitoring this rollout closely. Chase's initial phase goes smoothly, meaning no technical problems, no major delays, and no customer chaos. Other banks could join quickly. That's when we could see the real momentum build. Imagine multiple major banks offering the same exchange process at the same time. That would be a clear signal that the RV has moved from theory to full-scale reality. This moment also highlights the importance of verified information. Social media and chat rooms will light up with screenshots and claims, but not all of them will be real. If you can't verify it yourself, treat it with caution. The last thing you want is to make decisions based on bad intel. Stick to trustworthy updates and avoid getting pulled into hype. The truth is, you don't need wild rumors to see that something historic is starting. The events at Chase branches speak for themselves. For those who have been waiting patiently for years, offers something they haven't had in a long time: proof that the process is moving. Seeing real rates on real bank screens, hearing tellers confirm that they are aware, and watching trained staff calmly walk customers through the steps. These are tangible signs. This isn't wishful thinking anymore. It's happening in the open, in daylight, in one of the largest banks in America. And while it may start small, history has shown that small beginnings can lead to massive changes in a matter of weeks, or even days. If this pace continues, we could see more banks joining, more locations participating, and possibly even a public acknowledgement that the revaluation is underway. Until then, your best strategy is to be prepared, be patient, and stay informed. Every day from here on out matters. Each new report from a bank branch adds another piece to the puzzle. And if history is any guide, the pace could accelerate quickly once the early stages prove successful. Make no mistake, August 10, 2025. could go down as the day the RV process truly began for the public. Not as an announcement from a government office or a news headline, but as a quiet, steady rollout through the banking system. That's how big financial shifts often start, without fanfare, but with deliberate action. For the people sitting inside Chase offices today, seeing their currency recognized at new values, the wait is over. And for everyone else, the message is clear. Get ready. If this pace continues, we could see more banks joining, more locations participating, and possibly even a public acknowledgement that the revaluation is underway. Until then, your best strategy is to be prepared, be patient, and stay informed. Every day from here on out matters. Each new report from a bank branch adds another piece to the puzzle. And if history is any guide, the pace could accelerate quickly once the early stages prove successful. So tonight, take a deep breath and let this sink in. After years of waiting, hoping, and preparing, we may finally be seeing the first steps of the RV becoming reality. August 10 has cracked open the door and light is pouring in. Chase Bank's move today could be the spark that ignites the full process. Whether you're holding IQD, VND, or both, your job now is simple. Stay calm, stay ready, and keep your eyes on the real updates. This is more than currency, it's history in motion, and you are living through it right now.